And Global Edmonton plays an active part in Edmonton's Crimestoppers program. And on the first Tuesday of every month, we'll bring you some great tips to help make the City of Champions a safer place to live. And joining us this morning to talk about Fraud Awareness Month, Flavia Robles joins us, and also Detective Dave Vicen. Thank you very much for both being here today. And Flavia, I'm going to start with you quickly. For anyone who's not familiar with Crimestoppers, tell us a bit about the organization.
Crimestoppers provides anonymous crime reporting, so citizens can actually do the right thing without fear of jeopardizing their safety, and by offering our anonymity for the program. Today we're talking about fraud, and for example, the successes of the program. We've been able to clear about 13,000 criminal cases, and fraud would be among those that would be cleared. So definitely the program makes a difference, and we ask citizens to, if they're wanting to do the right thing and don't necessarily want to become directly involved, they still can do it by calling the 1-800-222-TIPS line and reporting their tip that way, or as well via the internet now.
Excellent, which is all safe. All right, now something that isn't always safe are credit cards, and Dave is here to talk to us about that. Credit card, and people are afraid to use them now. I mean, identity theft. I mean, what is credit card fraud? What's it like now? The numbers are just staggering.
The credit card fraud right now for the four major credit card issuers, that being Visa, American Express, Discover, and MasterCard, in Canada alone, total in excess of $1.5 billion. And when you combine all the other credit cards that are put out by gasoline companies, department stores, those kind of things, we're looking at $1 billion loss. Very, very simple. There are so many ways that you can lose the information that is so precious to you with your credit cards.
And that's skimming, right, Detective?
Absolutely, it's skimming. And there's a number of things that I brought with me here. The two little black boxes that are up front, these are little handheld skimmers, and what they do is they simply swipe your card through there, and it reads all the information off the magnetic stripe on the back of the card, and it stores it in there. They can download that later on. This particular system that I have here, this is what's called a Trojan terminal. It looks like a real thing. You have the pad for the, you have a receipt printer, and you also have a pad. You're going through these type of things, your card is swiped through a particular slot. When you pick up the PIN pad over on this side, you go ahead and you enter in your PIN number, your account, everything, and it works exactly the same as a normal PIN pad, so exactly the way that you would always know it. What happens is that this particular device stores all the information that's in the magnetic stripe. This particular device records your PIN number, so now they have both things together. What do they do with that information? Well, they do a number of things. If it's a debit card, they will start off with a blank card, such as this one here, a white one, and there's a magnetic stripe. The device that we have here is simply a laptop computer with some software. We also have an imprinter, so they take your information that they have taken from here, load it up into the computer, swipe the blank card through here, and loads up your information onto the blank card. So those blank cards now, you can use those at ATMs and everything else to do cash withdrawals. The interesting thing, and what's so kind of insidious about this thing, is I can take my own debit card, erase the information off there, and put your information onto my card.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah, so now I can go ahead and I'm now the proud owner of a 42-inch plasma TV, and thank you so much for purchasing it for me, Sienna.
You know, Detective, we're out of time already, but just quickly before we go, I hope they'll give me 30 seconds. Give us a tip. What do we do to protect ourselves, our credit cards, our debit cards? What's the best thing that we can do?
Absolute best thing. First thing, shred absolutely everything that deals with any personal financial information, especially credit card statements, those kind of things. Two, be very, very careful where you use the cards. The usual places where you're likely to be skimmed are gas stations, convenience stores, and liquor stores, primarily because there's loan clerks on and it's afternoons or evenings, and so that's a more likely place. And thirdly, educate yourself. There's a number of locations available on the web, one of them being www.headsup.ca. It's a local website. You can get a ton of information there. Education is the key to fighting this.
And never leave it out of your sight if you can. I mean,
absolutely.
Walk with your card and hand it to the person. So
you bet.
Thank you very much for both of you joining us today. There you go. If you have a tip anytime for Crimestoppers, call 1-800-222-TIPS. And for more information on the Crimestoppers program, log on to crimestopper.net.